It's been a long couple of days, but I'm glad to see you all back. In this video today, we are going to talk about Stone Mountain. For those of you that have come from my previous video, I just hiked Stone Mountain. I want to say last weekend. Yes, that was last weekend. So, things I'm going to cover in today's video is why I climbed Stone, and I have notes, you guys. Always got notes. Okay. Why I climbed Stone Mountain, why I chose Stone Mountain as my first mountain hike, period. What I learned, and will I do it again? So let's go ahead and jump into it. I can't fully dive into or explain why I went up Stone Mountain if I don't first talk about my anxiety. I have some really strong anxiety. I've dealt with anxiety for about 9 to 10 years now. Usually, actually, I'm not even gonna front. I've been dealing with anxiety since like middle school. So what happens is I will get in my head. Usually it happens at night. For those of you out there who are dealing with anxiety, you know that anxiety tends to take you off the deep end. So I would get heart palpitations about things that I know weren't going to happen or hadn't happened. I would replay things I've done in my past and almost feel a sense of embarrassment. I have dealt with scenarios, just different scenarios of how things would play out. And right after my mom died, my anxiety took a shift. So not only did I deal with, overzealous thinking, but I was also dealing with a lack of control. So I got fearful of things that I could not possibly control. And I'm not going to say that was a new feeling, but it's definitely a feeling that got stronger after my mom passed. So it was like my mom, for those of you that haven't read my book or you don't know, my mom died in a car accident. And she wasn't the one driving. My mom didn't drive. My mom had a fear of driving. It gave her great anxiety. And after she passed, I developed the same anxiety. So getting on the expressway, even though I had to do it and I did do it, there was still fear behind it. Driving with my kids in the car, just things of that nature that built up anxiety. Anxiety was definitely there. I can't control the other cars around me. I can't control how fast the person behind me is driving up on me. And if you live in Atlanta and you've ever been in either Atlanta traffic or just driving in Atlanta, period, you know exactly what I mean. The bobbing and weaving through traffic, something that never bothered me before from other people, became something that bothered me. I would get anxiety before I went on like job interviews, and I'm not talking about your nervous like, oh, I hope I do well, but it was like, what happens if this doesn't go well? Who's going to do this? How are my kids going to be okay? What if, something happens to my husband and all this other stuff? I just had lots and lots and lots of anxiety. Who would watch my kids if my kids were going to get hurt? Just things of that nature. And some of that is just normal parenting, but when you couple that with anxiety, it is so much more. So, why Stone Mountain? I was in a place, or I am in a place right now where I am just trying to conquer a lot of things. A lot of things that I know are all happening in my mind and that people aren't really holding me to or not holding me to. I just need to conquer some things. I've gotten better with my driving, thank God, where I'll get on the expressway. I may have a moment of anxiety, but then I can always combat it with, strategies to calm myself down. I don't really worry about, my kids in cars with other people now. They can go, to and from with just about anybody at this point, and I'm pretty much like, they'll come back to me in one piece. I'm not overthinking, you know, possibilities of things that may not happen ever in life. Because I mean, some of them were far-fetched, and I've gotten in a better place with that. And Stone Mountain to me was my physical representation of me stepping into the new sounder version of myself. I had never pushed myself this hard physically, even though I have, you know, done workouts. I've taken plenty of dance classes. I've done things that have caused physical pushing, but not like this. Not this type of endurance, not this type of mind over matter situation. And I know to a lot of people, this may have been nothing, but to me, mentally, it was so much. When I saw that mountain, y'all, I knew I wasn't going to make it to the top. I knew. I was just like, this is not happening. I can't do this. One thing I will say, when you're on a journey of self-discovery, when you're on a journey of bringing yourself back into some peace, watch who your circle is. Because I've learned a lot about my circle, and I learned that there are certain people placed in certain places to help you do things. My friend Michelle is who I called. Now, I put it out on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and said, I'm going to climb Stone Mountain. Who wants to go with me? Yes, I had people say they were going to come. Some of them didn't show up. Actually, nobody showed up but Michelle. But that's okay, because God knew exactly what he was doing. And when I tell you, Michelle pulled through, she showed up. She made sure that, you know, we were together, hand sanitizer, mask, everything. It was like checklist. Do you have this, 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 and this? You got water. You got this? We finna do this. In my weakest moments going up that mountain, when it seemed like it was just too much, when I literally wanted to cry, she was like, no, we're doing this. You can do this. Are you hurting? Is something wrong? Oh no, you just need to stop for some water. Oh no, it's in your head. Oh, once she figured out it was in my head, you guys, it was done. Real quick, if you hear the rocking noise, my son is probably rocking on the sofa, and I will do a whole video about my kids and COVID. So if you hear them in the background, I am a mom. So yeah, she pushed me to the utmost. This mountain was so much more for me spiritually than it was physically. I didn't have any physical pain, and I thank God for it. I was sore the next day, dear God. But in the moment, everything was so much more than what it was. There are some things that I've been dealing with personally in my marriage and just within myself in growth and going down the different avenues that God is trying to lead me to. And literally, they felt like this mountain to me. I felt like I would never reach the top. I would never get to the other side. I am just going to struggle. And when I tell you, when you have the right people next to you, when you have the right people in your ear saying, no, girl, I got you. Keep going. There was a point towards the end of the walk where she said, close your eyes. She grabbed my hand and she talked me up that mountain. She was like, don't look at the top. I got you. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I'm not going to steer you wrong. Trust me and walk. Did I keep my eyes closed the whole time? No. But it said a lot about who she was as my friend. That she was just as determined for me to get up that mountain as I was for me to get up that mountain. She is just as determined for me to fight and win my personal struggles as I am. I'm not in it by myself. And that meant so much to me because there are plenty of times where I look at things in my life and I feel like I am fighting this by myself. And even though I am a strong believer in God, I am a spiritual person. I'm a minister for all, like seriously, I'm a minister, but I'm human as crap. And in my humanity, I needed that physical representation of God saying, I got you. You guys, when I made it to the top of that mountain, I cried. I released everything that had me bound like that mountain did. That I just sat there and cried. I just sat there and released so much. It's been so long since I've had a good cry, just to be honest. I've had moments where I felt like I needed to cry and didn't even take it. I cried. I actually even cried more when I got home. It was just so much. So that's why I chose Stone Mountain, and that was my experience. And I've learned that I can conquer anything, that I can do anything, that I am strong enough to get over this mountain and the next mountain that comes. That even if I have to take roundabout paths where I don't go directly up the steepest way, because I did that going up, sometimes even going around the roundabout path is still going to come with cuts and twigs and trees, but I'm going to make it to the top. And that God is going to equip me with people in my life that are going to motivate me. I had people motivating me going up that mountain that didn't even know me, that were walking the same mountain I was walking, or coming down the mountain I was trying to climb. And they said, I just did it. You can do it too. And then to have my homegirl Michelle be like, nah, I got you. That meant so much to me. And God is going to continue to send me people like that, that are just going to motivate me and push me to do even more, to get even further, to realize that the mountain is not as high as we think it is. And it's not going to hurt us. It's going to help us grow. I've grown so much. I've seen so much. I've done so much in literally a week based off that one experience. Will I do it again? I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I don't have any plans to go back up the mountain so soon. If I do, I definitely do it weeks from now to kind of give my body time to prepare for it. Like, I'm going to go in more prepared than I went in before. And I think that's something else that I learned: preparation. Prepare yourself before you try to climb up this mountain. And understand that the people around me went up faster than I did. And that was their experience, but the experience that I had, nobody can take it from me. That experience was just for me. And no matter how fast they went up, or how slow I went up, or how fast they came back down, or how fast I came back down, because that was easier. Just knowing that that was my experience, and that experience was dedicated just for me on that day to do those things. God is amazing. So would I do it again? Yes, I would definitely do it again. Not anytime soon, but it's definitely something I'm looking forward to. So you guys, that was my Stone Mountain experience. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Please, please, please subscribe. If you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you, and I'm praying for you. Be blessed.